Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about binomial expansion. All right. Now, this is the binomial expansion formula. You can take a look at this. Now, it's a bit meaningless for now, but I explain why we need to use binomial expansion. Okay. Now, we do know that a plus b bracket square, we can do the identities, right? A square plus 2ab plus b square. You've learned this in Sec 2. Okay. But how about a plus b bracket cube? Maybe we can still do this. We can separate it into a plus b square, which will then be a plus b, a square plus 2ab plus b square. And you can still continue to expand it, right? But how about now if I give you a plus b to the power 5 or a plus b to the power 7? You'll be unable to expand it anymore. Okay, so this is the purpose of binomial expansion, to be able to do questions like this, to be able to expand it and simplify it. Maybe 3x plus 5 to the power 8. Okay, so without looking further into this binomial expansion formula, let's talk about how to do these questions. Now, question 1, example 1, expand the following binomials in ascending powers of x until the x to the power 4 term. Now, I just want you to remember this process for now, okay? So, to expand this, I'm going to write, maybe let's use a blue pen. Six, choose 0. First term is a, is 2. Second term is x. I call this a, I call this b, okay? So, students may not know what 6 choose 0 means for now, but you can find this symbol on your calculator, okay? And it's usually pressing this shift and 5 for most calculators. Oh, sorry, shift and divide. Okay, you will see this sign NCR. Okay, so it's, for example, 5, 3. What I mean is 5 choose 3. So you can type 5, shift, divide, meaning choose, then 3. So you don't have to understand what 6 choose 0 means for now, okay? Just understand this process first. Memorize this process. Now, what am I going to do is this 0 will become the power of the second term, okay? And then this power for the first term is 6 minus this power here. So 6 minus 0. Now we'll just continue the process. Second term is 6 choose 1. First term, second term. The power comes from 1 here, so it comes up here. And this is 6 minus 1, okay? Plus 6 choose 2. First term, second term. 2 and 6 minus 2. Plus 6 choose 3. First term, second term. Follow the power of this. And then 6 minus 3 plus 6 choose 4. First term, second term. And then power follows the 4 for x. And then this is 6 minus 4. And then, if you can see, the question asks for until the x to the power 4 term. And you can see here, this is x to the power 4 already. So I will not continue expanding, but I have to put plus dot 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 to indicate to the marker that there are terms after this. It's just that I'm not going to continue there. Okay? Now, if you key this in your calculator, 6 choose 0 is actually 1. Okay, so for the first question, I'm going to do it out. And then this is 2 to the power 6. And then x to the power 0 is 1. I will not write it anymore. Now, second one, 6 choose 1 is 6. And this is 2 to the power 5, right? So isn't this 32? And then x to the power 1 is x. Third term, 6 choose 2 is 15. 2 to the power 4 is 16. X squared. Next term, 6 choose 3, 20. 2 to the power 3, 8. X cubed. And last one, 6 choose 4, 15. 2 to the power 2 is 4. And x to the power 4 and plus dot dot dot. Okay, so now let's simplify this. 2 plus x. So answer will be 64 plus 192x plus 15 times 16, 240 x squared, 20 times 860 x cubed plus 60x to the power 4. And there you go. I've fully expanded this. Now I want you to notice something. This question said they wanted in ascending powers of x. Look at my first term and my second term. Since the power of my second term always follows this 0 below, okay, can you see that the second term, x, the power is always increasing? And can you see the first term, the power is always decreasing? Okay, this is 6, this is 5, this is 4, this is 3, this is 2. So remember again, the power of the first term is always decreasing. The power of the second term is always increasing. So as long as my x is in the second term, it will be in ascending powers of x. Okay? So second question, 5 minus x to the power 8. Let's do it the same way. 8 choose 0, 5. But now take note, my second term is not x, my second term is negative x. Okay, so it's following this for the second power 0. And this is, now I will not write 8 minus 0 anymore. Okay, I'll just tell you 8 minus 0 is 8. So this is what normally people would do. Okay, plus 8 choose 1, first term, second term, power of x follows 1, and 8 minus 1 is 7. 8 choose 2, first term, second term, power follows for x is 2, and this is 8 minus 2 is 6, plus 8 choose 3, first term, second term, power 3, 8 minus 3 is 5, and last term, 8 choose 4, first term, second term, power 4, and 8 minus 4 is 4. I said last term because now this is x to the power 4, right? And that's what they want. So plus dot dot dot. Please remember to write this. If you do not write plus dot dot dot, you are going to have some marks deducted. Okay? So 8 choose 0 is 1 times 5 to the power 8. 8 choose 1 is 8. 5 to the power 7. And do you notice this minus x to the power 1? So shouldn't this be negative? So I'm going to remove this. And I'm going to put negative. Okay, now I want you to see the pattern. For the third term is minus x bracket square, so isn't it positive? For this is minus x to the power cube, so won't this be negative? And then this one minus negative x to the power 4, so this will be positive. So for questions like this with 5 minus x, this minus in the middle, you will sort of have minus plus minus plus minus plus in your expansion. So let's continue doing. 8 choose 2, it's 28 times 5 to the power 6, x squared, positive, right? And then now I know this will be negative already because of this negative x to the power 3. So 8 choose 3, 56, 5 to the power 5, x cubed, and then this will be positive. 8 choose 4, 70, 5 to the power 4, x to the power 4, plus dot dot dot. Okay, so let's evaluate this. This would be 390625 Let's see this. 8 times 5 to the power 7 minus 625000x plus 28 times 5 to the power 6, 437500 x squared minus 175000 x cubed plus 70 times 5 to the power 4, 43750 x to the power 4 plus dot dot dot. Okay, so simple. Just following this process for now. With regards to this n choose r, 5 choose 3, whatever, I'll be explaining it very clearly in the 4th lesson because you need to know what this really means and how to use it in the 4th lesson. All right, for now, we just follow this process. So let's move on to the next example. Let's take a look at example 2. Expand the binomial in descending. Now it's different. Now it's descending powers of x until the first 4 terms. Remember just now I said the first term is always in decreasing power and the second term is in increasing power. So if I were to leave my expression like that, my second term will be in increasing power. That means my x will be in increasing power. Okay, so I will not get what the question wants. Instead, I have to change it to negative 2x plus 2. In this way, my first term will be in descending power, right? So my x will be in descending power. That is what they want. Now, let's see whether that works. Okay, first 4 terms. So I'm going to have 4 terms. 7 choose 0, negative 2x, 2. Again, 0 goes up to the power of the last term, the second term, and this 7 minus 0 is 7. Okay, next, plus 7 choose 1, first term, second term, power goes up 1, and this 7 minus 1 is 6. 7 choose 2, first term, second term, power goes up here. 7 minus 2 is 5. I have 3 terms already, one more term. 7 choose 3, first term, second term. 3 goes up, 7 minus 3 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 4 terms. So 7 choose 0 is 1. I can start doing this out. Minus negative 2 to the power 7. It's negative 128x to the power 7. And this 2 to the power 0 is actually 1, right? So next, 7 choose 1 is actually 7. Negative 2 to the power 6 is 64x to the power 6 times 2 plus 7 choose 2 is 21 minus 2 to the power 5 is negative 32 times 4. No, wait. X to the power 5. And then times 4. And the last one, 7 choose 3, 35. Negative 2 to the power 4 is positive 16x4. 2 to the power 3 is 8. Okay, so let's evaluate it. First one is definitely just minus 128 x to the power 7 plus 7 times 64 times 2, 896 x to the power 6 plus, no, actually it should be minus already. Minus 21 times 32, 672 times 4 again. Minus 2688 x to the power 5. Lastly, 35 times 16 times 8, 4480 x to the power 4. plus dot dot dot. Okay? So the main difference between this question and the last example is that they want it in descending powers. So of x, descending powers of x. So I always say the first term's power would be descending, the second term's power will be increasing. So right now in this is in ascending. So I need to switch it around, become minus 2x plus 2. And now you can see that my x is in descending power. All right. Let's move on to the next example. Okay, find the first three terms in ascending power of x in expansion of 1 plus 3x to the power 7 and 2 plus x to the power 4. Hence, expand this up to the x squared term. Okay, so let's just do the first two expansions. 1 plus 3x to the power 7. I'm going to be doing this fast. This is 7 choose 0, 1, 3x, 0, 7. First three terms, 7 choose 1, 1, 3x. This will be 1, this will be 6. 7 choose 2, 1, 3x. This will be 2, this will be 5. Plus dot dot dot. Okay. So this will be 1. 7 times 3 will be 21x. 7 choose 2, use your calculator, times 3 squared, which is 9, you get 189 x squared plus dot dot dot. Okay. Second one, I'm going to be doing 2 plus x to the power 4. Okay, first three terms again. 4 choose 0, 2, x. X to the power 0, 4 minus 0 is 4. 4 choose 1, 2 to x, 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. 4 choose 2, 2, x. This will be 2, this will be 2. Okay, so now let's evaluate this. 1 to the power 4, 16. Plus 4 choose 1 is 4. 4 times 8 is 32x. 4 choose 2 times 4. Use your calculator, you'll get 24x squared plus dot dot dot. They said, hence, expand 1 plus 3x to the power 7 times 2 plus x to the power 4 up to the x squared term. You notice this is actually this, and this is actually this. So what I'm going to write is 1 plus 3x to the power 7 times 2 plus x to the power 4. They say hence, right? Hence, so I'm using my answers from the previous solution. So 1 plus 3x to the power 7 is actually 1 plus 21x plus 189x squared. Still writing your plus dot 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 times 16 plus 32x plus 24x squared plus dot dot dot. Okay, so if they want up to the x squared term, you need your constant, you need your x term, and you need your x squared term. All right, so you have to ask yourself, firstly, I want my constants. Constants will be 1 times 16. Okay, so it will be 16. Secondly, I want my x terms, right? So how do you get your x terms? Namely, 1 times 32x, right? Which is 32x. And also 21x times 16. So what's 21 times 16? It's 336 x. Okay. Now I want my x squared terms. 1 times 24x squared is 24x squared. 21x times 32x is also x squared. 21 times 32 is 672x squared. And lastly, there's still one more possibility, which is this times this. 189 times 16. 3024 x squared. Now, I'm not going to continue doing things like 21x times 24x squared because that will give me the x cubed term. I also not do 189 x squared times 24 x squared, because that will give me the x to the power 4 term, but they only want it up to the x squared term. So plus dot 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 16 plus 32 plus 336, you get 368x plus 24 plus 672 plus 3024. I get 3720 x squared plus dot dot dot. And there you go. I've expanded this up to the x squared term. All right. So key points to note. Check if the question is asking to expand the binomial in ascending powers or descending powers of x. All right. So again, remember this. If you leave it like this, you'll be in ascending powers of x. If you want it to be in descending powers of x, the first term will be in descending power. Second term will be in ascending power. So this is correct. But if I want it in descending, I have to change this. The x has to become the first term. Okay? Now, if there's a negative sign in the binomial, the expansion would most likely alternate in plus and minus signs. Okay, so what they're referring to is if maybe this, when you expand it, it will most likely be it'll be a positive, then it'll be a negative, then it'll be a positive, and it'll be a negative, and so on and so forth. So you'll be alternating. Okay, so beware of that. All right, hope you've learned something from today's video. Please give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you find my channel useful. Thank you very much.